Good morning, Aletheia Church family. Today in the Daily 5, we're going to continue to look at how to face a test. And in our current cultural moment, it's never been more important to know how to face a test. The passage we've been looking at is in the book of James, chapter 1, verses 1 through 4. And here's what it says. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes in the dispersion, greetings. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. I really don't like painting. But when my wife and I bought this house, the bedroom was just white, and we wanted to paint it. There are few things I enjoy less than painting, and yet I went ahead and did what was necessary to paint it. Why? Because I had in my mind the reason it was worth it. A far prettier, more inviting, better feeling bedroom. Now, when it comes to facing tests and facing trials, only if we know why it's worth it will we have the endurance necessary to face it. Now, yesterday we discovered that trials test our faith. But here is what James says makes it worth it. That the testing of our faith produces steadfastness. Now, this isn't a word we use all that often. You know, when you pass somebody on the street, maybe out for a walk, you didn't ask them how they were doing, and they said, steadfast, thank you very much. But here's what it means. I'm going to pull out the big guns, big Greek English dictionary. Steadfastness is the capacity to hold out or bear up in the face of difficulty. The capacity to hold out or bear up in the face of difficulty. This is kind of obvious, though, and it feels like circular reasoning at first. So if I face a test of my faith, it increases my capacity to hold up under tests of my faith. Yet, the testing of our faith and what it produces goes far beyond just being battle-tested or weather-hardened. James continues and he says, it produces steadfastness, and then in verse 4, let steadfastness have its full effect. So this capacity to hold up has an effect, and we need to let it have its effect. And what is its effect? That you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Think about those words, perfect and complete. Perfect here is far bigger an idea than, when in the West, when we use the word perfect, we might think of a very well-behaved, very moral, good person. But the word that's used here, it's talking about the kind of human beings that God is changing us into. And that when Jesus Christ returns, we're going to be fully transformed into these types of humans. So hear what James is saying here. He says, when we experience the testing of our faith, and we hold up under the capacity through steadfastness, it changes us. It produces in us the kind of humanity that God is bringing us into, and that will be culminated or fully realized when Jesus returns. Here's what that means. It's worth it. It's worth it. I don't know how this moment in time is testing your faith, financially, emotionally, physically, in terms of your health. But to hold up under the test is worth it, because God is using it to transform you from the inside out, to change you into the kind of human being that not only has He called you to be in this life, but that you will live on forever. This facing up with faith to the test matters now and forever. So when you fight for joy through anxiety, when you fight to hold on to faith and to hold on to your trust in God, when you seek to rather than give into the fear of the moment, to remain steadfast in God, it is worth it. God bless you.